Hey y'all, this is Octavius. Hey y'all, this is Octavius the Great coming through with another video. I'm on Twitter right now. I'm gonna do a little story time, reading somebody thread. It seemed kind of funny, so I want to share it with y'all. All right, from DX3. When I was 19 working at a restaurant, one of the managers used to brag about sleeping with this married woman. She would come up there to see him all the time, and he would fix her good food for free. Until one day, Big Gail's husband came in there looking for my manager. Y'all, it was early morning shift, and it was just me and him working at the time. And I guess the night before shit hit the fan, and Big Gail's husband found out, she was getting skinless, boneless combos with double meat from my manager. I knew something was up because my manager was usually talkative, listening to music when we opened together. But that day, he was acting real weird and kept looking out the window. And I'm like, "You good, Mike?" His behavior was making me nervous. So, after a while, he was like, "If somebody come in here looking for me, tell them I'm not in today." I'm scared as fuck at this point because Mike was an old school crip. Had the tat on him and everything, so I instantly think this is gang related. Let me do it. Click on the little gear. I forgot to mention he would brag a lot about sleeping with lady, almost daily. She came in anytime he worked, and if he wasn't there, he would always say, "Give her my employee discount." So at this point, I'm actually cool with Big Gil, and we all kind of know what's going on. Back to the day of, he said, "Tell them he's not in," but the restaurant was very small, and he was a cook. You could literally see him right through the window, and again, just us there, and I was the cashier. So if he leave, who gonna cook? So it's open time at this point. I look up and notice Mike's truck gone, but he's still there. So I guess he pulled it around back or at the apartment complex next door. This let me know this real serious, cause who are we hiding from at this point? So maybe an hour later, a truck pulls in hot. He didn't even bother finding a real park and just whips it in and hops out the truck. So I know this is Buddy Mike dodging. And he is huge. Mike is also big, but this motherfucker is bigger and he is obviously pissed. I'm like, I'm sitting here using these people real names. You really is, girl. So he comes in, and I'm standing there, nervous as hell, cause we both know he not there for no damn chicken box. And the first thing I say is, he's not here. LMAO. I folded. I'm not ashamed to say it. Baby, I am not a ride or die. I don't know. I don't know Big Gail's husband's name, so we just gonna call him John. John could kill it till I'm lying, cause why would I just blurt out, he's not here? But it didn't even say a word to me. Yeah, I told him. He said, "Don't worry about it, sweetheart. We gonna find him." And I'm like, "We?" He was talking about me showing him in the back of the store since Mike not there. But I will say, since he referred to me as sweetheart, I feel a little more comfortable to know that at least I was safe. Sorry to Mike. Out the corner of my eye, I could see a car pull up, and it's an actual customer. So I'm just trying to stall because maybe this customer come in. John would just leave and not make a scene. Customer comes in, and I tell John, "Sir, I had to take this order." And he stands back calmly and says, "Okay." And I'm like, "Wow, I think we good." Hallelujah. We were not good. So I take the order, cash the man out, and then the ticket prints out to me. Out of muscle memory, I turn around and put it in the window for the cook to see it. And then it dawns on me, Mike not here. I turn around and John staring at me. So I'm fake mumbling to myself, "Dang, where I put my apron I just had on?" I just had it. So I walk into the kitchen and start trying to throw this man order together. Thankfully, the first driver clocked in and came through the back, and typically our drivers knew how to cook too. So he came in loud as fuck. "What you doing on the grill? Where Mike at?" Look, like the nigga, please read the room. Read the room wasn't a catchphrase yet, but mentally that's what I was feeling. I say Mike ain't here, but I'm blinking mad crazy, so he like, "Oh, okay." he needed his bank so he could have change for his delivery. So I go back to the front to take the money out the drawer, and John still there, and he like, you know what? John goes off. I can't remember what he said verbatim. This was happening real time for me, so it wasn't funny yet. You tell that son of a bitch when I catch him, I'ma fuck him up. And you can tell him Gail's husband said it. I know his ass in here. For context, they are all like 40 plus, close to 50. Mike and I were actually cool. No one ever really liked him, but I didn't mind him. He told me all his business with him and Gail, and even though he would brag to everyone else how she wanted her a big piece of Big Mike, he was actually in love with Big Gail. It's a lot of details to the love affair, so we'll skip. But just know he loved her. He also talked about how tough he was, and that's how I found out he was a Crip. But nevertheless, he was running. So Buddy speeds off, me and the driver looking at each other, and I start giving him the backstory of what's going on. He knew about Big Gail already, so really it was one of those it finally happened moments. Again, Mike bragged a lot, LOL. The phone rings, so I go back to take the order. I'm still the only cashier at this point, and it's Mike. He gone yet? The timer was literally precise. Like Buddy pulled off, and then the phone rang, and I'm like, yeah, you good. If you been to this place, it's a deck outside upstairs, but also a small closet that's really an office. Mike ass was in there the whole time watching from the camera. No audio, just left me for dead. So he come downstairs and like, what happened? What you say? And I lie. I said, man, I told him he was out for the week. You know, I got you. He like, man, thank you. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Me? You're welcome. I can't remember how Gail's husband found out about Mike, but I'm pretty sure she confessed. She was a real sweet lady, but pretty sure she told where he worked too. Of course, word spread around at work. Again, most of my coworkers didn't like Mike, so they were clowning him. He started capping and talking about he was about to pop Buddy, and I'm like, yeah, right, nigga, please, please, please. A few days later, Big Gail come in. Mike is there. And I'm thinking, you got some nerve, man. But again, me and Big Gail cool. But she and I know what went down. She looked like she about to cry, and so I feel kind of bad. She said she want to speak to Mike. He yelled out, tell her I ain't here. She obviously could hear him. But I still say, he said not to be here. She said, just tell him I said I'm sorry. She still ordered food, so I turned around and tell it to Mike. I didn't put it in the computer because we don't charge Big Gail when he here, remember. He yelled out 7:15, so I turn around, there'll be 7:15. All right, that was the story time, so that's the end of the story, y'all. Oh, wasn't that so? Okay, oh, here goes some more. I'm her at this point because we never charge Big Gail full price or at all. She know this, the end, and so do I. She kept saying, you know, I had to, Mike. He ignored her. I don't care if she meant tell her husband, or I don't know if she meant tell her husband or what, but that's why I suspect. I didn't see her anymore. And not too long after Mike moved to a close city. I don't know if he was scared to see John again or hurt for Big Gail. The end. Now wasn't that a story, y'all? Over here bragging about sleeping with some other wife, and then the husband pop up and you a Crip and dropping all this big shit, but you hiding in the closet looking at the camera. Man, that was something else, y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed that little story time. Let me know what y'all think. Have y'all ever been in a situation like that when your coworkers mess around with somebody married and they spouse pop up on them? Let me know. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful day.